Hello, and welcome to A VO's Journey podcast. My name is Anthony, and this show is, well, you know what? It's about darn time that I did another one. That's what the show is. This show is about helping the new and upcoming voiceover artists grow their business, sidestep all the crazy things that I seem to step on. My goodness, I think it's been quite a few months since I've done a podcast episode, and that's unacceptable because there has been so much going on, and I'm so excited to share with you everything that's been happening in the journey and keep you updated, all right? Let's do it. This is VO's Journey. With your host, the incomparable Anthony Pica. All right. Well, it is good to be back doing another podcast. And, I tried for a while to upload the videos I was doing, on a regular basis to the podcasting, as you guys know. And, that was okay. And, but I just, it was never the podcast. And that was never my intention to do like my videos and make them into podcasting, even though that's like what everyone else does and it makes complete sense. But I'm just a weirdo like that. So it just never felt right because I always felt like my podcast was just a different type of conversation, than the videos that I make. So, but because of that, I've not published as much. So, that needs to change, dagnabbit. And I'm excited, though, because I had to talk to you guys about what's going on in A VO's journey. It's amazing. It's incredible with everything that's happening in this journey because I'm so excited to talk to you about Anthony Pica Productions, LLC publishing company, and what we are doing. And finally, after years and years of dreaming of this, I am finally hiring voice actors and paying them to get audiobooks done, and I am so excited about it. And I want to talk to you guys about that today. And it's so interesting because this journey, if you all have followed, since episode 1, that was done, I guess 5 years ago, and it is. What a journey has come so far. Was it 5 or 6 years ago? I don't know, but this has been incredible. And what's really so neat is having, continuing to do voiceover work. Yesterday I got to do the day before, Halloween is here. So I got to do a big pirate voiceover job that was for announcing a big concert, a couple-day concert. That was a lot of fun. And, doing, just lots of different work, and so that's a blast. I know I'm rambling on here, but I want to dive into what we are doing at A VO's Journey Lead Academy and this publishing company that I've created. So you guys might have remembered, this isn't the first time, I actually talked about this literally 2 years ago in 2022, where I was interested in, creating a publishing company where we would hire voice actors to, record public domain books. And we would create a publishing company and distribute them through multiple distributors and, create a way to make money for voice actors on top of educating voice actors, right? Because, I've been an educator, along with an actor my whole life. And one thing that I love and also want to change is that, in educational environments, there's never really an opportunity to make money while you're being educated. Do you know what I mean? You're spending money to be educated. And that makes perfect sense, of course. But I always wanted to be able to add a way to make money in that same process, and it's not easy, right? Because it's very difficult. There's a lot of pieces to the puzzle that you have to have. And the biggest thing is you have to be able to generate revenue for people, right? You've got to be able to generate money to make sense to hire people and that they make money. So, I had this idea. Well, actually, I've had this idea for years, right? And I've coached so many voice actors, and so many of them will tell you that I always would tell my students this idea, hey, you should start, a publishing company. We should do this. You should do this. You should do it yourself. And I so finally, I took my own advice and like I'm going to do it. And what I decided to do was keep this opportunity for my students, the academy members in a VO's Journey Elite Academy. So what we're doing is basically I choose audio, I choose books, and I put format everything together, and then I hire voice actors to record those, and we publish them through 30 to 40 different distributors, libraries, et cetera, and we generate revenue through the sales, through listens, et cetera. We're on Spotify, Apple Play, Google, libraries, Hoopla, Spotify, like we're all over. So it's really exciting. We have now published our 29th audiobook, and I love it. And, this is a royalty share model. So it really allows us to expand exponentially and really grow to a point where the revenue that we're generating is paying voice actors. So we are in our second month of really hitting this hard, and like I said, we've published 29 audiobooks, and it is going amazingly because we are actually generating revenue. We generated revenue our first month, and now we're generating even more now our second month, and we're only 6 days into September. So that's super, super exciting. And I think the key to all of this too is to have, really excited voice actors, who are fantastic, talented, and interested in, growing their voiceover business. Because the neat thing is, right, I'm the one who's casting these, and this, it kind of goes in my wheelhouse, right? Because I was a director for years and years and years for the live stage, a producer, I was an acting coach, a teacher, as well as an actor, so like it's exciting for me to be able to put on that other hat now too, and create or direct and, shape performances, etc. And I absolutely love it. And then, of course, myself, too, because I get to do it as well. So I have a couple, my own narrations, but it is extremely exciting to expand on something because we have about a couple hundred members in VO's Journey Elite Academy. By the way, you should be joining. We'd love to have you. And by the way, on a side note too, I don't know if you guys realize, because I haven't, like I said, haven't done a podcast in so long, but Gabby Nistico, right? The voiceover Gabby, voiceover Vixen. Sorry, I've got a little cold today. But Gabby Nistico has joined us. She is one of our teachers now at VO's Journey Elite Academy every Monday evening, and it is fantastic. She's teaching auditioning, and I've seen just such incredible growth from my voice actors from the short period of time that she has been with us. So it is really amazing. You should really check us out and think about joining a VO's Journey Elite Academy. You won't regret it for a variety of reasons. Okay, enough of that plug. But anyways, so the idea here is that, hiring the voice actors, we have so many, and that helps us, right? Because we're able to produce content, and by doing that, it allows us to expand our library. And here's the thing: the cool thing about audio is that we can tell, we're telling stories, and not all of those stories have to be 10-hour long stories. That's what's wonderful about this, right? They are stories that are a couple minutes long, to 10 minutes, to 30 minutes, to an hour, to 10 hours, or more. I mean, they're wide ranging. But, with audio, we can make money off a 3-minute story. And I love the idea of residual income. It's funny because when I first started in 2017 doing voiceover, right, I had the idea, because I started on ACX, as you guys know, and I started doing audiobooks. But even then, I had the idea that I wanted to do royalty share, for myself, And I thought I did the numbers and I was like, okay, so if I did, this many books, if I did 100 audiobooks, each one of them making, umpteen dollars a month at this, you know what I mean? I could generate this residual income from royalties. And I loved that idea. That's like right, for all of us, right? That's like the gold pinnacle, the dream, right? To create a residual income, a passive income from those efforts. But as we know, it's a lot more challenging than just that. And on top of that, ACX and Audible, right? They only give the narrator 7 years. So that was another thing that I changed with what I'm doing, right? Is that, we don't do 7 years, we do 20 years. And I'm like, that's what I would want. You know what I mean? When I'm doing an audiobook, I'd want that much time. So like it's very exciting to be able to then control what, who's hired, how many we're doing, what we're doing, taking feedback and making that a part of what we're doing. It makes it really special because, so much of what we as voice actors need or want is some sort of feedback from the people who are casting us, right? We never get that. So like to be able to do that for the voice actors, a part of the academy, and then to be able to offer that extra thing, I think about all the other places out there. We are literally the only ones who offer this, and it is it's so exciting. And the fact that we're growing at an exponential rate is even more exciting. Another wonderful part about this is our YouTube channel. So we have a YouTube channel and it has just exploded. So I have been trying to, I started this YouTube channel a couple years ago, but I let it sit for a while and I didn't do anything with this YouTube channel. Academy Voices Entertainment is what it's called. You should check it out if you haven't. And, I decided to, use this because the original idea was to publish books through YouTube, right, and earn money and do royalty share based on ad revenue, right? I didn't ever think back then about actually distributing the audiobooks like we're doing now. But anyways, the YouTube channel plays a part in all of this, right? But it's taken off now. So, we have over 31,000 subscribers, and we are getting a lot closer to being able to monetize that channel or that YouTube channel, which will generate then more ad revenue that we will then share with the voice actors, who are narrating these audiobooks. And then from there, we have the biggest channel to get on to, which is Audible as well as Kindle, although we're not on there yet because, you have to specifically have the books published there. But that's exciting because that's another expansion effort as well as us having this catalog available, maybe through Academy Voices, right? Or something like that. So, there's a lot of exciting things that are going on with this. While we all are growing our own voiceover businesses and, growing as, independent studios, this gives a chance for, voice actors and Avio's Journey Lead Academy, as well as some of our students who have been with me for years who are a part of the team. I think one of the coolest things is that we have students who are a part of the production team, casting, and, picking books and being able to publish them themselves through this. So this is a very exciting, thrilling part of Avio's Journey Elite Academy that I think is the future, right? Because I think us as voice actors have to come together and start taking, the creation of work into our own hands. Starting to generate revenue for ourselves and our community directly going to the consumer, as opposed to having to rely all the time on other people, like producers or executives to hire us. Now, that doesn't mean I don't love, I did a job the other day for the Mets. I love it. I love doing work for everyone. So I'm not saying I'm opposed to that at all. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying it's it's a good idea for us as a group, right, to come together and be able to generate our own revenue for each other. And I think that's a very powerful tool that helps us grow beyond being so dependent on other people randomly hiring us, right? And then this also gives us more control over our own future. You know, the cool thing about what we're doing at this point, I imagine one day this will change. Meaning, I imagine one day as we grow, you know, when we get to 1,000, 2,000, 5,000 audiobooks, we get to a massive number of stuff that this business will grow to where it won't be, I won't be able to be so hands-on, I imagine. I don't know. I've managed to continue to be hands-on this far, so that's good. But what I'm trying to get at is at this point too, you know, like we have people in the academy, they come to me and say, hey, I want to narrate this book. I was like, that's fantastic. Let's do it. Do you know what I mean? And then like the publishing company produces it. And I think that's very exciting. Where can you go to do that? I mean, you can't go anywhere to do that. I mean, at least I don't. I mean, you know, you can't just go to places and publishing companies and, you know what I mean, and do that. That's just not possible, you know? So, and how many of those actually are voice actors? You know what I mean? Like how many of them actually are? No, they're not. They're all run by other people. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying that it is a really exciting process or an exciting opportunity to be involved in something as voice actors to where we can actually control what we are doing and the money we're making and selling directly to the public as opposed to, again, waiting on other people. So anyways, I will say that, you know, many, many years ago, this wouldn't have worked until I had a good amount of people. Do you know what I'm saying? Like this wouldn't have worked until I was able to, you know, until a VO's Journey Elite Academy and we have all the members we have, because I think, you know, when I looked at it myself many years ago when I was alone, by myself, I realized that there was no way that I could individually produce enough to make anything happen, right? Because it was too much for me, you know, like, you know, for example, if you do one book and that book is 10 hours, you know, like, for example, we recently published Gulliver's Travels. That book is like 9 hours and 58 minutes long. Okay. So, you know, that takes a long time to produce, right? To actually do the voiceovers for. Well, if you're doing it by yourself, that might take you a month or two. Well, you're not going to get anywhere producing, you know what I mean, 4 or 5 audiobooks a year, right? We need to be able to produce 20, 40, 50 a month. You know what I mean? And I think that being able to have access as a group, right? More of us, because the more we do together and the more we expand together and grow, even as, you know, your fellow voice actor, as they grow, you grow. Because if we are working together, all of us help each other grow, right? Because as someone grows in the group, it helps grow the rest of us. And also the cool thing about this too is that expands to outside, because then people will end up wanting to pay us to produce their work. And I think that's where the excitement also comes in, because it offers us a platform to produce other authors' works and things like that. And it's very exciting. And then down the road, right, if you think about it, which is what I always envisioned for this, then we will be able to do commercials. We'll be able to hire voice actors to promote this publishing company. I mean, how exciting is that? You know, doing book trailers, hiring voice actors to do book trailers. I mean, I'm very excited. It all was boiled down to, though, being able to create revenue. And we're doing that. I don't want to say I've solved that issue, but we've done it. So that's really exciting, because now it's like sky's the limit. So, and again, it's such an exciting opportunity for a VO's Journey Elite Academy and the voice actors in our group. So, you know, I think that if you are looking for, you know, a place to grow, not just to learn about voiceover, but also have opportunities to make money and then opportunities to get feedback and to, like on those auditions and things like that. I mean, it's really, I mean, a VO's Journey Elite Academy is a place to be. And, you're not going to find, you literally, at this point, I can actually say you won't find this anywhere else. And I'm not being crazy about that by saying that. You literally, I mean, so that's a very exciting thing. And then something for you to check out and think about. But in the meantime, you could check us out anywhere. Check out our YouTube channel, but you also check out, on any platform. Again, we're not on Audible yet because that's the one place where we have to have the book side of things, which we are in the process of being able to publish all sorts of the books, the Kindle versions of these, annotated, illustrated, etc., and then moving into the audio part of it, because we already have the audio part, but we need the book part. But the book part then generates more revenue as well. And that gives another opportunity for us as a publishing company and the voice actors to participate in that, which is really exciting. So I think that, it's all of this has me just thrilled. And we are zooming. This month, I think we've already published 11 or 12 audiobooks, and it's the 6th. So we are on track to get to our 20 audiobooks this month. And, I'm thrilled to keep you all updated on this. But listen, if you want more information, join a VO's Journey Elite Academy. I mean, it's only half off the first month. And, we've got so much exciting stuff coming on. Right now, we're in the middle of Halloween time, getting ready for that. So, of course, we're doing all kinds of cool, scary stories. And that's a lot of fun, too. So, publishing them, I mean, this is like, it's so funny because for the longest time, I wanted to be a performer. And I never, I found voiceover 8 years ago or whatever it is now. And it changed my life. And when I was there, I wanted to also be a producer. And I've wanted to for most of my life. That's why I was a director. That's why I was a producer for a time. But I never did on my own for whatever reason. And now I am. And it is, it's a dream come true. And it's so amazing to have everybody, all these voice actors along, all of us on a journey together. So, hey guys, thank you so much for listening to this podcast today. Check out, check us out. There's a link below. You can always go to vosjourney.com. And, we'd love to have you or message me. Send me a message, Hey, what's up with this publishing company? I'll chat with you about it. All right. But anyways, you guys have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. All right. And I will talk to you soon. It's been good to do another podcast. All right, everybody. Peace.